3, 2, 1. Are you? That's the only lyric. That's the only part.
Are you coming to the tree? Do you remember when that song popped off?
I don't actually. And
Where were you?
Sheltered apparently. I remember.
Wait. What?
No, go ahead.
Wait.
I don't, dude. That song, it triggered something in me when it played in the audiobook, and I was like, "How do I know this?" It didn't occur to me that it was in
The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I do remember it, but I don't really remember like being upset.
Sorry.
Hello?
Look at me. Okay, no, you're good. There's a fly in it.
I thought you were protecting me.
I'm baptizing you, but opposite.
No.
Wait, let me fix your wings. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I got the fly.
I think you got him. Wait, now I'm self-conscious. Look at my face. Look at my face. Oh my god.
I think we've hit delusional hour. Oh.
Oh my, he's back.
No, I think we're good.
I don't know.
Okay, we're good. Take 2.
When I was in middle school, I was an excellent reader. Wait, don't laugh at me.
Okay.
I was an excellent reader.
Yes,
I was like,
I believe you.
if you know, you know, but I was a white sticker reader.
Wow.
And white sticker was the highest you can read. And they really didn't know what books to get a white sticker reader. So they were like, hey, you're in 6th grade. You want to read The Odyssey? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I didn't get it. You know, why would you get a child that?
Uh-huh.
But I remember Scholastic's reading came around and my librarian, shout out, don't remember her name. She was like, you're always in the library. You're just such a great reader. I'm going to gift you one of the Scholastic books that's here. And it's a new book. It just came out. It's called The Hunger Games. Little did I know that woman would change
ruin my life.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know who I was about to become when I walked out with that book.
Wow.
And my friends, they weren't friends.
Why?
They weren't friends. I remember going into my homeroom and the last 20 minutes was homeroom, and my homeroom teacher was just like, just read for 20 minutes or do homework. And I would read Avi.
Look at me. Look at where we ended up.
I would read, and that's what I was like, picking up The Hunger Games. I'm like, this shit kind of eats. And I was going through it. And one of my friends was like, The Hunger Games. What, are you hungry? Are you hungry?
And I was. I
know, little did she know I was starving. No, but I was like, what I'm reading right now, you don't even know. And then years later, when it got announced that it was going to be a movie, that girl, Hunger Games became her entire life.
Wow.
And if you're out there,
if you're watching this right now, we see you. We recognize you. And we respect you.
Half of this couch respects you. The other half, not so much. I have such a profound love for the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It means so much to me. But I will say it's been a while since I thought about it. So many memories just came back to me while reading this book that we're about to talk about. I forgot how much I liked it. So.
And you had confessed to me that you had no desire to read anything else in the Hunger Games.
I didn't.
After finishing the trilogy.
I didn't. But you know me, it's hard for me to start things.
Yeah.
Because I know
because you know yourself. You know that you're going to be so into it.
Yes. And here I am. Here I am, a changed woman.
You never read
the other one, right?
The other one.
The Songbird
and Snakes? The Ballad of...
Yes.
Yeah, that one?
No, I didn't.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. Did you like it?
I never saw it.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't.
what are we doing?
What's wrong with us?
But the thing is, I'm not here for President Snow lore. I don't want to side with him.
I think it would be interesting to see what happens.
I get it. Now reading this, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't care then, and I currently don't care as much either. But for the lore of the podcast, if this episode...
If people want it, I think it would be really interesting if
Mhm.
we talked about the trilogy.
Oh my God.
And the prequel.
I would love that.
I think it would be really
oh my
interesting.
God. Okay. If
because
that were
to be honest, I don't remember much.
No, yeah. Even today, when my sister got home, I was asking her like, hey, random question. Because she didn't know we were doing this one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do you remember that scene in the Hunger Games when this, and this happened? Why did that happen? Because it's just been so long.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that. And then she started to get into it. And I'm like, this is a Hunger Games house.
This is a Hunger Games
me.
home.
I am so excited to finally talk about this again. I don't think you and I have ever talked about the Hunger Games together. So there's going to be a lot of secrets revealed in this one.
Oh my God.
Do you think that finally going into Haymitch's past can fix your life?
Yes. I think.
Welcome to the Book Fix podcast, a podcast that fixes lives one Hunger Game at a time. I hope not. Actually, I hope that's not what's happening.
It's fine, just roll with it.
I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And today we are talking about Sunrise of the Reaping by Suzanne Collins.
Yes. I do want to say that I am kind of glad that I don't remember the trilogy. Only because I'm pretty sure that they talked about his backstory.
A bit.
Like I feel like they did, but I didn't remember any of it. So I'm so glad that I kind of just went in blind.
I kind of agree with you because I do remember things, but I don't remember enough. But it helped start with a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice knowing that like I kind of know who he becomes.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I agree with you, Queen. Before we start, I do want to mention we do have a book club.
Yes, we do.
It is currently April, and we have already picked our April book of the month. It is Strawberry Pancake Patch House.
The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore.
This is how I was with Dream Girl drama.
It's the fourth book in the Dream Harbor series. So if you want to join in on the discussion, please do. We're going to be talking about the book at the end of April on the last Tuesday of this month. So yeah, I think it would be fun. You can find us under the Book Fix Pod.
Or you can go to our link tree. We have our links to our Goodreads and our Fable at linktr.ee/thebookfix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This book takes place way before.
Yeah. It takes place in the 50th?
Yes, the 50th anniversary.
The 50th Hunger Games. And it starts with Haymitch saying that every day of the reaping is his birthday. And he's turning 16 this time around.
Which means that he is only going to have to go and be part of the reaping for that year, 17 and 18. Yeah. So he really only had 3 more times.
But he had put his name multiple times because the more that you put your name in, the more like food you get or more resources.
Like food rations.
Yeah. So he put a lot in. And so he was already thinking like, my odds are not looking too good, but it's okay.
It was kind of sad seeing how similar his thought process was to Katniss. Because it wasn't her at all. I'm not saying Suzanne Collins wrote the same person. She didn't.
But I do remember that they would say like they had a lot of similarities.
And I knew that. But I remember who he was. And he was kind of a drunk.
Yeah.
So seeing him be so hopeful and so in love.
His whole purpose was his girl.
His girl, Lenore.
Lenore Duff.
Yes.
And I thought it was really sad when he mentioned that he doesn't drink. Like, he's not much of a drinker. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn. That's sad.
Crazy.
That's sad.
It's crazy. And I knew this was going to be sad. I knew it. And I didn't want to care about Lenore because I was like, it's going to hurt too much. But he was so into her.
I think that's so funny that you say that, because to me, I knew that this book was going to be sad, but I thought it was going to be sad for like the tributes, like that are going to be in the Hunger Games. So I was like, I'm not going to get attached to any of them. I don't even care about them.
That's so funny because I thought I was going to hate them because the tributes, first of all, when the reaping happened, they pull the girls first.
Oh, well, this year is different because most of the time they pull a boy and a girl from every district. But because it's the 50th anniversary, they were like, let's do something fun and unique to celebrate. So let's do 4 per district. So 2 boys and 2 girls.
So 2 girls got picked first. The first one was Luella McCoy. And it was like his neighbor. And it was really sad because
they had 13.
They had such a sweet friendship because at a very young age, she would call him
sweetheart.
Yeah. And then
but then it was funny because he was like, yeah, she called me sweetheart for like a week and then she found another guy. She moved on.
But he was so good to her. He was so sweet. Like as soon as they got on the train, he immediately like held her hand and was like, you got to be my ally though. Right, sweetheart? And that's like what she needed to like calm down because she's 13. Like it was really hitting her. She was one of them. The other one was Maysili.
Yeah.
And she was very widely hated by his classmates because they were the same year.
I think because she came from money, right? Which I don't remember there being certain people in the districts having money. Like I don't remember that.
I don't think, well, she did come from money, kind of. But I think it was more so the fact that the dad treated them like they had money, so they would act like that.
Oh,
so they were very like, the dad would give them jewelry. The dad would have them eat with knives and forks. They were just very presumidos. I don't know how to say that in English. Know-it-alls? Pretentious?
Yeah, pretentious.
And everyone hated it because she constantly would make fun of people. She would think she was better than others.
So she was widely disliked.
Yes.
And even when her name gets picked out, her dad tries to save her, like tries to like swap her out with someone else, but it doesn't work out.
And then the male tribute is Wyatt. He is a Booker boy.
Yes.
So he gambles and is
isn't he like from a family of gamblers? Like they just like place bets on who they think is going to win.
And he's kind of like
the Hunger Games.
Yes. And he's kind of like the percentage guy. So he's really in this. But you can tell he thinks of himself very lowly.
Yeah, because when he starts saying like, oh, you have like an 82% chance of winning. I only have like a 46% chance of winning. So.
Oh, gosh.
It's low, but I feel like he was also being kind of realistic.
Yes. And then the 4th person who was chosen was not Haymitch.
Oh, yeah. They didn't choose Haymitch. They chose... I forgot his name.
They chose another boy.
Yeah.
And Haymitch, when that boy was chosen, there's a moment where Haymitch kind of like breathes and he's like, oh my gosh, I made it and Lenore made it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And they make eye contact too. And they're just like, yeah, babe, we're going to go to the forest later. Because they kind of had that understanding.
Yeah.
But then this boy ends up trying to run away from the guards. And then they end up shooting him in the back of the head. And it was very violent.
It was very violent.
Gory.
The mom of that boy grabbed her son. And then the peacekeepers start going like, oh, take away the body. Drusilla, who's the one who's announcing all of the...
she's the one who announces it.
All the people who are going. She just goes like, take away the body and get rid of this person, get rid of that person. We need another boy. And at that point, Lenore is trying to help the mother grab her son. And Drusilla's still like barking out commands and is like, can you get rid of that one? And they start pointing a gun at Lenore. And Haymitch, who was listening, like he was on the floor, he was not causing any issues, saw this and ran to protect Lenore. And because of that, they grabbed him and were like, okay, we have our next
Yeah, she was
Our
like,
next
thank you so much
person.
for volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
And Drusella sucked. Like,
Sucked.
she really saw these people as animals. Like, she was just like, oh my God, can you just, like, get rid of that girl?
Yep.
Like, Lenore? Like, she wanted her dead, basically.
And they had like a 5-minute lag in
The broadcast.
the broadcast. So
Drusella was trying to, like, quickly fix, like, they're heavily edited.
dude, and it's so messed up because Drusilla just starts going like, can you get rid of the bloody ones?
Oh, God.
To make everything look good.
Mm-hmm.
They pull Haymitch and it hasn't even hit him that he has been reaped.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's up there, and as soon as the broadcast ends, Drusella's like, nailed it. You see that? I nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see, oh my gosh, y'all did so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go round them up. Let's just take them. And Haymitch was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And while they're going, they're all standing there, and of course the families are following. And Plutarch, who is, he's kind of like Drusella's right-hand guy.
Yeah.
Who's filming everything. He's just kind of like, oh, can all you loved ones, can you please just like show me how it looks like when you first heard the name? Ready, go. Oh no, I don't think you heard me. Can you please show the emotion?
Yeah.
And they're doing this to them. And then they go up to Haymitch's parents, or mom and brother, and are like, okay, can you guys do it? I promise I can give you 2 minutes with Haymitch.
Yeah.
And one big thing that Haymitch's family told him was never let them see you. Like, never let them see it get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom immediately was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. And she does. And she acts it out several times,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where even his little brother actually starts crying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad, but they do get their 2 minutes. And Haymitch just empties his pockets and is like, here's all my things. Can you please give these jelly beans to Lenore? Because it was like her favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sig was like, yeah, I'll do that. And he was like, okay, but you're the man of the house now.
Which he regretted. He regretted telling him that. Yeah. But I feel like everything happened so fast that he didn't really think his words through.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sad because he also didn't get like certain chores done that he was supposed to do to help his mom out. But I mean, it was his birthday.
It was his birthday. And it's so messed up because the district, the capital, they film everything. Mm-hmm. So by the time they're on the train, everything is now being broadcasted. Mm-hmm. And of course, none of them want to be there. Mm-hmm. It's so fresh in all of their minds. And then Plutarch is like, oh, we got a special dessert for you. Mm-hmm. And they pull out a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But the whole point is just to broadcast it.
Mm-hmm. I love how Haymitch just stood by the window. I'd imagine him leaning like this. Take it away. But it's pineapple.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Pineapple killed my family. And everyone else kind of sided with him too. Mm-hmm. No one asked for cake. Mm-hmm.
Girl, I would have ate that up.
Dude.
They're stronger than I am.
Let me just say, go freaking read this. We are not going to be able to talk about this whole book in one sitting. We will be here forever.
Yeah.
I think that we should just jump ahead to when they meet everyone that is in this. Because it's 28 people. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of similar to the other Hunger Game books in which certain districts have been trained to be in the Hunger Games.
It's like the first 4, right? Like they've been training for this because they think like, like when you win it, you get more like opportunities or money, basically. So because they've trained for it, to me it kind of felt like, do the later districts not have these same opportunities? Like,
they don't, because if you remember in the first few books, the order of the districts, the farther down it goes, the more like impoverished they are.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. And I remember them all having a specialty too. So like,
yeah,
specifically like districts 6, 7, and 8, I feel like a lot of people that come from there come from like poor homes. So that's why so many of them are so small and so skinny.
Oh, okay.
But
that's so sad.
It's really sad. But they meet all of the district people, and automatically there's this kid whose name is Alpert.
Mm-hmm.
And he is this small 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And he goes up to Haymitch and is like, hey, want to form an alliance? I can show you how to make a light bulb with a potato.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And it's funny because Haymitch immediately thinks like, oh, he doesn't have a group.
Yeah.
That's why he's like trying to form an alliance with me. And I forgot why, but he was like, no, you should form an alliance with somebody else because I'm not favored around here. Oh my God. When did the carriage thing happen?
It happened before.
Okay.
But we could just bring up real quick.
So there was like a tragedy. So there was like a parade where they were like showing off all of the tributes.
When they're supposed to be all dressed up. That was the scene with Katniss and her fire dress.
Yeah, and with Peeta next to her.
Mm-hmm.
So they were all together when something went wrong with the carriage and a horse like trampled Luella.
Yes.
Which she was the 13-year-old girl, and it was just so gory. Like, I don't know if the other books were gory. I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, this was kind of a lot.
Yeah, I was just like,
because
what the heck? This girl, she was so sweet and she was so young. And so Haymitch obviously really cared for her.
Yes.
And so immediately he just like grabbed her because he didn't want anyone to have her.
Mm-hmm.
But then he goes up to Snow and he just like drops or like puts her body down in front of him.
And then starts clapping.
Like, oh, this is what you wanted, right? Like, you got it, basically.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people who were watching this were eating it up and were like, what's your name? You want a sponsor?
Mm-hmm. Like, they don't see the tributes as human beings. Like, they definitely have this, like, disconnection with them where they even, like, describe their hands as paws.
Yep.
Like, it's, like, that sort of thing. Or, like, claws, I think they said. And I just found it so sad. Like,
I did, too.
But it goes to show, like, afterwards when they brought in, like, a body double and Haymitch sees this girl who looks like Luella but obviously isn't.
Yeah.
And she's like been brainwashed to pretend to be her. And they're doing this because like everything is just so that they look good. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, no, like the Hunger Games, they're always going to happen and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop it. And it's just all about like pretenses.
Yep.
And I know that when the author was writing these stories, it was a lot about propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting to see, especially with us knowing like how much has been heavily edited throughout throughout Haymitch's journey.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I forgot to consider was in the actual Hunger Games books, Haymitch is Katniss and Peeta's mentor because he won in that district. In his story, there's only one winner in the 12th district and she is no longer around. So the 12th district never has mentors. And it's like kind of weird for people from other districts to come and support someone who's not from your district. So District 12 is constantly forgotten and kind of put in the back burner like, oh, it's whatever. They don't really matter that much.
Yeah, they're not going to win.
Yes. And like, they have no one. So there's like a part that's even described like we've been wearing the same clothes for like 6 days.
Yeah.
And we're like sweating in it. It's all torn, it's ripped, and it's horrible. And they're just treating us like animals. And they're, we're about to be interviewed and look at how we look. And it's so sad. But their mentor, who does end up coming, is our girl Mags. Do you remember Mags? She was the old lady from the Second Hunger Games. The one where they were like, because they really wanted Katniss and Peeta to be in the Hunger Games again. So it's like, oh, we're doing a victors only. Because they wanted to fuck over Katniss because they didn't like her.
Yeah.
But then from one of the District 4, I think, the person who got chosen was an old woman. And the old woman who got chosen, Haymitch was like, whatever you do, don't team up with an old lady. She's going to die so early. And Katniss is like, fuck you. Ride or die right here. But she teams up with her.
I need to.
Oh, dude, Mags is so good.
Yeah?
Mags is so good. But to see Mags again being so like, I get it. Like, I know it's hard. Just tell me one thing you want. And she talks to all of them from District 12, and they all basically have a similar feeling of, I just don't want to die in a way that's going to make my family suffer.
Mhm.
So if it could be quick, if it could be with my head up high, that's all I want. And it's like, fuck. We just started this book. I'm already dying. And by this point, I was like, I feel like Wyatt, he's going to be my guy. He's going to make it to the end. I saw.
I had no faith in Wyatt.
I saw him at the finish line.
You saw him at the end. Victor.
Boy stepped off the launch pad and was gone. It was so sad, though, because he died protecting Lulu, which was the Luella replacement. But it's so sad thinking that, like, Haymitch misunderstood him so much that he did actually care. But that's kind of what happened with Melis.
Yeah, I think so.
Maysilly.
Maysilly?
Maysil? I forget how they say it.
I forgot how they said it too, but...
Can we call her May?
Let's call her May.
Let's call her May. That's kind of how he felt about May, too, because he really didn't like her. But then seeing her out of her elements, it adds, like, this sense of, like, we all need to be here for each other because there's only one common enemy, and it's the Capitol.
And it's sad how, like, they forget that. Like, the rest of the tributes, too. It's like, hello, we're all fighting the same person here.
Yep.
There's one common enemy, but...
So before they go to the Hunger Games, they do need to do the interview part first.
God.
And it sucks because they had just done the weapons scores, and Haymitch got a 1.
But he got a 1 because of Snow, right?
Yes.
Like, things were...
I thought he slayed.
Not going in his favor, basically, so that he would look bad. But I feel like that didn't work in Snow's favor because now everyone was like, wait.
He's kind of a rascal.
Yeah, like,
kind of a bad boy.
I love a bad boy. The fact that he was just, like, spitting at people.
Oh, my gosh.
Disgusting.
They were eating it up,
They
dude.
loved that. They were like, oh, my God. Wait, he doesn't care about us? Oh, my God.
Kind of a rascal. I hated that word.
Oh, me too. I didn't like that word either.
But he really was a rascal. And it really sucked because he had to tell it all the people in his little group, like, hey, I know we started an allyship, but I need to go in alone because everything is going to come after me and I can't do that to you guys.
And I'm going to make you guys look bad.
Yes.
So even though his district, like, they were kind of all becoming friends, they were like, okay, we all need to be separate though. Or at least away from Haymitch.
Haymitch is well received in a way. And when they finally do go into the games, he automatically picks up his pack and he runs north because before the game starts, Plutarch actually tells him, like, hey, there's this tower somewhere in the arena that if you break it, it will break the arena. And there's another person who tells him this too. I think it's Alpert's dad. So it's kind of weird that they both know about this plan. But Haymitch is, like, determined. He's like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die and leave an impression.
Yeah.
So I need to find this tower. So he goes in there with a mission of, like, I need to find this tower and I need to destroy it. I need to make this as bad as possible for everyone. And it's sad because you immediately hear the cannon shots of people dying.
Yeah.
And he can't even turn around to look. So he's like, was that Luella? Was that May? I don't know.
Is that Wyatt?
No, Wyatt, he's going to last till the end. I know that guy. I know that guy. Wyatt. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's so sad that Haymitch had to spend most of this alone. I feel like Haymitch just got the short end of the stick the whole time. Never did this boy see good.
Oh, we forgot to mention that Snow threatened him. Snow was like,
yeah.
hey, if you keep acting up, or if you don't act up, then I won't hurt your family. But, like, he was acting up.
Yeah.
The whole time.
He was acting up. And I wonder if things would have been different if he had just complied.
Yeah, probably.
No, but, like, if he had already done the Luella thing and then complied after, how much difference? Because I can't really trust President Snow.
No, yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. I guess we'll never know. And I feel like you're right. I think either way, things would not have turned out well for him.
But President Snow didn't want him to win, right?
No. He wanted him to die. I think he told him too, like, if you die, it's
gonna be slow.
Your family, but also your family and your girlfriend are gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
So
God,
he's a bitch for that.
I don't really want to talk much about the fights in there. I just want to say that the most impactful part is when Lulu's gone, Wyatt's gone, Albert's gone. Horrible deaths.
Oh my God, this is so sad.
It's so sad. Go read the book. But he finds May again while he's getting in a fight with this.
May saves him.
Yeah, because he's in a fight with the biggest man I've ever seen. It sucks because by the time she comes, he's already killed 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes, kills this man. And it's kind of just hitting him like, who I am now isn't who I was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's like accepting like, oh my God, I've killed 2 people now.
But him and May have this like moment where she's just like, I guess we're family now.
Yeah, and he like addresses her as little sister now.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad.
It is really sad. But I don't remember what the situation was.
He's trying to break the arena.
Right? And then don't they see game members come in fixing the arena?
Is that what happened? I don't remember.
Because they kill 3 people, don't they?
Oh my God, I must have blanked out in this moment.
I might be wrong.
I just remember like there was like a struggle with him trying to break it. And then I think she wanted to leave, but then he was like, no, it's there. Like, I know it's there. And so they went back.
Yes. But I just know that they do mess with the arena a lot and they do mess with the game a lot. While she is sleeping, he actually sees a lot of birds. Because the way that the mutants or the mutts work in this one is that they target specific people in the games. So the ones that were targeting May just attack her throat and completely rip it out.
Oh my God.
And it's so sad. It's so sad because it feels like when these mutts attack, he literally can't do anything but watch.
Because it happens so fast.
So it's so sad.
And then that's when he really felt it again. He was like, I am so alone. Like I don't think he had realized how alone he felt until that moment.
Even after that, there was like 2 more deaths, the last 2 people that were there. But by then, it felt so quick because when it had reached the end, he was like, I won and I don't want this. So he was going to off himself.
Yeah. Well, he had gotten really hurt at that point. So either way, like he was kind of losing his life. But those 2 final deaths were crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. But yeah, so he wakes up and they're patching him up. Because
I really liked it though, him pulling the bomb part, and you can literally hear the intercom like, Haymitch, don't do that.
They're like, no, stop.
Because he also threw the bomb in the volcano. And he was like, whatever's in there, they're going to hate this.
Yeah.
So you're right. He does wake up in a hospital.
Because this bomb, so this is the part that I'm a little bit confused by. So this bomb, was it planted by somebody there or did he make the bomb?
I think Albert made the bomb. That was the whole sunflower thing he had.
Oh.
I think that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
So that was the plan.
Okay. Yeah, because I do remember the bomb and then them like trying to get him to stop. But somehow he makes it. I don't know.
I think he has
bad luck.
Like dumb luck. It sucks so much for him. And he felt like they were fucking with him too, because when he was better, they took him back to the train to go to District 12. And they were like, oh, let's bring your friends. And he's like, what are you talking about? And they just bring the gray or the coffins of the 3 District 12 members. And he's like, I have to ride with them.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't even imagine what state their bodies are in there. But he takes
And that's
them.
not even Luella, or was it?
No, it wasn't.
What happened to her body?
They probably just got rid of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But
sad.
they do take them back. And when he gets there, no one is waiting for him. And he walks to where his family is living. And he sees his family home go into flames. And as he's running there, the person that he used to work for, did part-time for, goes up to him and is like, it's over. Like, you can't. We tried. You can't do anything.
We tried our best and we couldn't save them.
And it's so obvious that this was a planned fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, there was no escape from that fire. And he was so torn. And it sucks because right after that,
it just gets worse.
Yeah, and
you think you're done crying? Nope.
No, he goes to the Victors neighborhood where all the Victors of District 12 can live, but it's literally only him.
Mm.
So he's over here, and his girl Lenore comes, and
he goes up to her.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, because I remember she was somewhere.
Was she singing?
I think she was singing and her dad was there with her, but her dad ends up walking away. And then that's when he like runs up to her. Oh, she takes the gumdrops out of her pocket. Or she's like holding the gumdrops. And then he like runs up to her, hugs her. They're like crying and embracing. And they're just like, oh my God, I love you so much. And they had like a phrase.
I love you like all fire.
Oh yeah, I love you like all fire.
Mm-hmm. And she eats these gumdrops. And
he pops the gumdrop into her mouth. And then realizes, oh, wait, these aren't the gumdrops I left for you, because they were like blood red.
And he was like, you need to spit it out. You need to spit it out. And is trying to get her to throw up.
But at this point, she had already swallowed one.
Mm-hmm.
She did spit out the second one, but it was too late.
It really sucks because he talks about the fact that he dreams about this.
Yeah, it's really sad because he'll be like, okay, I'm going to go back to bed and pop another gumball into her mouth, because that was his recurring nightmare, was that he would just keep putting the gumdrop into her mouth and not realize that it was poisonous until after. Like, it was too late.
You need to remind me how this book ends, because I think time passes, right? Because he doesn't mention Katniss and Peeta at the end.
I think he does mention Katniss and Peeta, but before that, he finds Lenora's grave. Remember? Mm. And I think Lucy's grave was there? I don't know. I have not read Ballad.
Lucy's the other one, right?
The Ballad and Songbirds and Snakes. The other
cubby, yeah.
I need to read that book, but I don't know the significance of that because I haven't read it, so yeah. Or was it her grave or was it someone else? I'm not sure. But then, yeah, afterwards he does mention Katniss and Peeta because he says something like that you think your heart is like closed off, or like you'll never be able to love again. And his one true love was Lenora, so he was never open to anyone else. And he was just with Katniss and Peeta at the end. Like, I don't know what, I think they were just...
But I kind of took it as he kind of opened up to them, though.
Yeah.
That was like the first time since then that he wasn't just a drunk.
Basically. And because he also mentions, like, he doesn't just drink just to drink. Like, he does have limits now. And it almost felt like he would see Lenora. Like,
yeah,
like feel her. Because
he got to a point where he was no longer having nightmares. Mm-hmm. And I think that changed when he met Katniss and Peeta, which is so beautiful. But I think it changed then because he was like, now we meet and she's in her old age.
Yeah, she's no longer young. It's like she aged with him. Mm-hmm. I thought that was beautiful. Sad, but beautiful.
So I'm like getting kind of teary-eyed. It's so sad, dude, because I feel like this man was wronged so much. Mm-hmm.
Free my guy. Free my man.
Just the fact that he like continued to live and then found like a reason kind of messes me up.
In Katniss and Peeta is so beautiful.
It is really beautiful. I didn't realize how much I missed Katniss and Peeta.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad they're here.
Wait, really important question. Were you Team PETA or Team Gabe? Gabe?
Gail. And I never...
I was like, who's Gabe?
I never liked Gail. Gail was weird.
Yeah, Gail was a weirdo.
PETA. All the way.
I don't know.
But I do wanna reread the trilogy.
Dude.
As well as the prequel.
You brought it up, and I feel like we have to.
We have to.
I feel like we have to.
But you know what would be really nice if more people wanted us to?
Yes,
That'd be
I
really
totally
nice.
agree.
Really nice.
It only takes one, honestly.
Me and my burner account. Do it, queens.
Not Yajaira.
This book me up.
I am gonna drive home tonight, and I'm gonna cry on the way home. This really, really messed me up.
And it's so funny because I kept hearing people say like that it was really sad. I didn't know why. I just kept hearing people say that they cried after reading this. And I was so like confident, like, no, I'm not gonna cry because I know it's gonna be for the tributes. I know it. I'm not gonna get attached to any of them.
Yeah.
Not again. So then that at the end with the family's house being on fire and then Lenora and the fact that it was him, like that, I guess like because he popped it into her mouth, it just hurts even more.
Yep. Because he was already blaming himself for everything.
Yeah. He couldn't even have that one win. Not one.
Give him one dub.
Just one. Just one, please. That was so sad.
This book is an automatic 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
It was so beautifully written. I forgot how well Suzanne Collins' writing was.
Mm-hmm.
Or she improved without telling me.
Why didn't you tell us, girl?
Has she only written The Hunger Games?
I have
And then like pen drop?
That's all she needs.
That's all I did.
Mm-hmm.
Put gold on paper and left it. It was amazing. This was one of the best reads that we've had by far this year.
No, yeah, I agree. And I feel like it just with like the state of the world, you know, and the discussions of propaganda and the way that people like manufacture things so that, you know, they'll gain like a
Public approval.
A cult following a public approval is a nicer way of putting it. It was like scary to read, honestly.
You think that's kind of what pushed her to write it?
I honestly think so. I think she was like, it's time for me to rise.
They need me.
They need me. I think so. Because honestly, it felt like we needed this story, you know?
Do you remember when Hunger Games ended, the trilogy, and it caused a lot of riots in other countries?
Because it ended?
No, like people were influenced by it to like do uprisings in their community.
Wow, Queen did that.
I remember there was one specific place. Watch me be entirely wrong. No, I remember there was people that were influenced by it.
Really?
Yeah. To stand up for their people.
Wow.
I don't remember from where. I was a teenager when this came out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, to be honest. But it doesn't surprise me because that trilogy was done really, really well. And I feel like that scene that probably influenced people at the end, where she was like, if we burn, you burn with us. Iconic.
Dude, we need to talk about the trilogy. I didn't realize how much we need it. We need it right now. Oh my gosh.
I think we do. We do need it. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. To anyone who is listening to us, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars and a review, maybe leaving us a recommendation to read the other Hunger Games books.
That would be really nice.
Or recommend us any other books. We're okay with that, but probably Hunger Games. That would be amazing. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of extra money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want something, if you're not looking for something that's monthly, we do also have Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you. if you want to support us on social media, we do have all of our links to our social media on our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. I also want to say we have a Google form if you want to recommend us episodes or books on there. And we also have our book clubs for Goodreads and Fable also on our link tree. Thank you so much. Okay, let's read a positive and a negative. I just remembered something. We just filmed an episode. If you're watching all our episodes, which you should be, we just filmed an episode for Priest. I didn't mention the thing I wanted to mention. I just remembered what it was.
I hate when that happens. What did you want to mention?
The line, I posted stories about it. I don't know if you want to post the stories here because I thought they were pretty funny. The line where he said, I'm texting the bishop and it's just so serious. Like, I wasn't even humming the opening to The Walking Dead as it played, which I usually do. First of all, it was weird that he brought up The Walking Dead so often. That was his only character trait. He liked The Walking Dead.
Well, wasn't it because Poppy liked it?
No, he liked it before, and then she also liked it.
Oh, okay.
But how do you hum the opening to The Walking Dead?
I don't even know the opening to The Walking Dead.
It's so fast.
Oh, really?
It's just violins.
That's so funny because I'm thinking of the opening of Supernatural, and it's like static.
No, literally the opening to The Walking Dead is like, you just hum that?
Yeah, he'd be humming that.
Dude, I was so upset
Really?
at that line. Please go check out that Instagram story.
Please do.
I'll put it on Reels. It was really funny.
That's so funny that you brought that up. I might just clip this and put it there.
Please. Okay. Let's read positive, negative. I'll do a negative. This comes from Talia, who gave it a 1 out of 5. So far, this book is so freaking ass. The characters of Haymitch is unrecognizable. The themes lamenting about how awful the American government is are punching you in the face throughout this book. Subtlety doesn't exist. And it seems like purposeful, regurgitated version of the past books to try to be fun and give parallels, but it seems so lazy and overdone. The writing has also fallen off like a 50-foot cliff. Yikes. Also, if I hear one more goddamn fucking comparison to how the districts are animals for the capital slaughter from Haymitch's repetitive point of view, I'm knocking another star. Edit, I knocked another star. Update, I finished the book and am absolutely floored at the praise this piece is getting. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, but the writing and plot, so unbelievably bad, I was just angry reading it. Hard finish.
Okay, my positive review comes from Emma Skies. They gave it 5 out of 5 and they wrote, I actually think I've dehydrated myself from the amount of times that I've cried in the last 10 hours. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for listening and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, there's another one. It's just written by some person named M. They don't have a profile picture and it's a 1 star. Boo, tomatoes.
Oh my God, that's funny. Why is that?
Someone else commented, it's not even out yet.
She already knows.
So funny.
She just knows.
I'm gonna send you that.
What if she's like, oh my God, Suzanne, she's like my number 1 op. Out of all of the authors, it should not be her.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
That is really funny.
I'm crying.